Oh, I don't mean to laugh at someone falling, but that, my friends, is what you call FAFO.
Yeah, it's definitely FAFO o'clock right around that time. Oh, man.
It's so mad people are getting. Like, they're literally trying to steal hats off of people's heads because they don't like what it represents. And then they are falling flat on their face.
I would rather not see videos like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not be witnessing people lose their minds because there is no need for that.
Right.
At least if there was a time to lose your mind, it was far before any of this happened, or Trump started running for office. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see it either, but it was kind of funny.
Well, you know, comedy's comedy. Irony
she did
irony,
it to herself. It's not like someone pushed her.
I'm sure she was.
But that's kind of what you get if you're trying to go after someone who's done nothing to you. That's just being themselves and repping what they believe. And you want to like physically go after them. Like, you're going to find out.
That was basically the perfect representation of the Democrat Party and basically leftism in general right there.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to get away. I'm just trying to get away from your craziness.
Yeah.
And unhinged.
Boom.
If you've seen the whole video too, it's like the girl like just thinks that everybody's going to back her up on the subway. She's obviously harassing this guy. And, you know, he's trying to get away and she's just totally following after him. So, yeah, you know, that's what's happening. It's FAFOing left and right for the liberals and the leftists right now. So, we gotta
and that's just something that was caught on camera. Like, can you imagine all the things that have been going on, like, not on camera? Like, people are flipping out.
Yeah. Leave a comment and tell us if you've seen anything like this, or send a link to something like if you're seeing something like this happen. We would love to put it on the show.
We do want to see more. Anyways.
Yeah, well, if you've made it this far in the show, welcome to Speak Truth America. I am Des.
And I'm Serene.
A show where we are pro-God,
pro-freedom, and pro-truth. We're just a couple of hippie patriots bringing you what the TV can't televise.
That's right, and we got producer Brian back there making it all happen.
Ow, ow.
Welcome to episode
17. Wow, 17 episodes already.
Cue the music.
Well, anyways, speaking of FAFOing and all of that, all these people who have been vandalizing Tesla vehicles, they're about to FAFO.
They're FAFOing out right now.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, there are people out there on the loose, and they are going to Tesla dealerships and just seeing Teslas around their streets and all of that, and they are causing havoc.
I'm actually not sure if you have. A lot of people have not heard this, especially on the left. It's very underreported in the media, in the news. I mean, the news just started touching on it just, you know, a couple of days ago, but this has been going on for weeks now, right? And you had Walls talking about, I'm watching Tesla's stock drop. You got people keying different Tesla cars. Like, this is just getting out of hand.
They're blowing them up.
They're doxing Doge employees. They're doxing people to try to harass them and, you know, have something happen to them that's bad.
Yeah, another example of people that don't like the opposition that are coming after and like trying to, you know, cause violence.
Right. I'm sure you've all seen the meme by now. Like when people on the right were protesting Bud Light, we didn't torch any Bud Light cars. We weren't going into stores and smashing Bud Light bottles or harassing.
Seeing someone drinking a can, smacking it out of their hand.
Popping the tires on Bud Light trucks.
Yeah.
No, we didn't need to do that. But that's not what you see on the other side. What you see on the other side is, well, take a look. The fake news is finally touching on it. This guy right there.
Tonight, Elon Musk says his company is stepping up security after a wave of firebombings, shootings, and vandalism targeting Tesla. As part of the
shootings even.
Yeah, jeez. Like, you see these fires, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Wait, aren't these the people that are against guns?
Right. Isn't this the weird thing? It's the people that were, people against guns, but they're not against Molotov cocktails. That's not beyond them. They want people to care about climate change, right? But they're going after people. They want, electric cars, but they're going after people who are driving electric cars.
And then they're setting them on fire, causing all the smoke to go in the air.
Right. And then all the junk and all the the garbage that it's making. It's not good for the environment.
Makes zero sense. And they'll be like, oh, it's not about the electric car. It's about the man. Well, you're doing it to the electric car, not the man.
And the overwhelming amount of people who buy those cars are leftists, are Democrat voters. They're doing it to their own people.
They could be keying a fellow Democrat's vehicle that bought the Tesla long before Elon Musk even endorsed Trump.
Right.
And they're over there like, I just bought this car.
I mean,
like,
right, yeah.
I was just trying to save the environment. I'm sorry.
Right. And it's like, just think if they were to go to every Ford or something, every Ford or Chevy, and just started putting swastikas like you see people have.
Which is the other crazy part, because they're saying that they're against all of this. Like, I don't know if we can say the word, but NAZI, that whole thing. They're against that, but they're the ones writing the symbols on vehicles, on protest signs. Like, I just saw a video today of someone protesting Elon Musk and they had that symbol on their sign. It's like, I thought you guys are supposed to be against that. Why are you perpetuating it by writing the symbol? Like, you are actually writing it with your hand. Like, what does that say about you?
It's at the point where you can't distinguish them from what they're against.
Right.
You know, let's see what Elon had to say about that, though. He on the CNN fake news. I mean, we're not saying that this is the news, you guys. We're just saying that this is what they are saying from these sources.
Yeah, and they're finally saying something about it, which I guess is a little bit of progress.
Well, I mean, they're only going to do it because their hands being forced. They're only going to talk about this kind of stuff if they have to. It's not because they want to. It's because all their viewership is dwindling. And they know it, guys. The writing on the wall. People are leaving states. Like the blue states are atrophying people by the droves. What else is happening? Which means that they're going to lose representation.
Oh, right.
You got...
We're going to get more representatives on our side.
Yeah, you got, 3... members of Congress are stepping down from their position from the Democrat Party. So they've got all kinds of problems. They've got problems just left and right, and no pun intended. But yeah.
Anyways, I think we got the clip here.
A little mess. Loveland, Colorado, Tiger in Oregon, all over the place. Musk was asked about all of this on television tonight. Listen to what he said.
I always thought the left, or the Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships. I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here. I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy.
Actually, I'm sure he's got.
You saw the map of them being across the state or across the country.
Exactly. And like he said, it's a derangement. And it seems like Elon derangement syndrome might even be worse than Trump derangement syndrome.
Think about it. If you put this on paper, it's like, we're mad. We're going after him because he's cutting all these jobs of all these people. So we're going to...
He hasn't cut any jobs. He's not in charge of cutting any jobs.
Right.
Which is the funny part.
Let's just say that he was. Let's just say that, because it's technically, I mean, it's Trump has the executive authority.
Right. He's just pointing it out.
Let's just, right. Well, he's saying, yeah, this is what we found. Right. Let's just say that was true. Right. So he's hurting a bunch of Americans because he's cutting their jobs. So we're going to hurt a bunch of Americans and make them lose their jobs by putting that company out of business.
Right. And not only that, but the same people that are mad about the jobs being cut because of wasteful taxpayer dollar spending are the same people that thought it was perfectly fine for people to get fired for not taking the thing. So, hypocrisy all around.
Somehow that's not a dictatorship. It's or lose your job.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's not a dictatorship. But, show that you're actually...
taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, waste taxpayer dollars.
And keep your job because that's what you were supposed to do. Like, what? Anyways, on with another FAFO story. So someone who's really about to find out who's in hot water right now, Miss Letitia James. which is hilarious and not at the same time, because she was the one that was accusing Trump of doing pretty much the exact things that she was actually doing. Isn't that always how it ends up working once we dig into these things a little deeper?
Well, it's projection, right? It can only work like that. They can only get away with this by projecting what they're doing onto the opposition.
They have no creativity, so that's the only way that they can even do it is like, what have we done? Okay, now let's say that that's what Trump did and try to get him on it.
Which is why all this goes back to Satan, because it's just the way God created everything. You can't, the devil and demonic forces cannot create anything. They do not have the ability to create. All they have is the abilities to rearrange, to invert things and make it seem like it's something new by just rearranging what has already been there. But that's how you just know they don't have they're unoriginal. So when you see something that's unoriginal, something that they can't do, they just take it and spin it and flip it on its head, invert it. What they're doing, they invert it so that that's what they seems like the people that they're against are doing. That's how you know it's the
and then they get out the news first, so that's the first thing that people associate it with, and it's a whole psychological
that's the calling card
thing.
of demonics. So yeah,
so she's being looked at for two separate things here that have to do with mortgage fraud. So the first thing happened, the first thing was revealed that happened in 2011, and then they got a little bit more deeper into this whole story and found something from 1983 that actually also happened. So Gateway Pundit put out this article, and you can go look it up and read it all. But the first thing was that she was trying to get a cheaper mortgage rate by saying that her apartment complex had 4 units instead of 5 units because she wanted to apply for a residential loan instead of a commercial loan because it would have been cheaper for her. So she lied about that.
Because she was taking advantage of a program that would have enabled people to get a better loan on their house, right? That was for people that were struggling. And it was a federal program, if I'm right, that actually helped homeowners get a better refinance on their house so that they could help struggling homeowners. She took advantage of that program by saying, oh, I'm just a person with, one house here. No, you have a bunch of houses. That means you're running a business. This is commercial. This is not personal. So she knew exactly what she was doing. And she's trying to get Trump on overinflating his numbers when she's doing the opposite. But in the same, the same thing, just in the opposite. Way. It's so funny. Right. Instead of overinflating, she's underinflating. Right. Undervaluing, whatever. So then the second thing that they found, because they dug deeper into her whole history, is that in 1983, she applied for a loan, and she actually applied for it using her father's name in place of who was supposed to be her husband so that she could get a larger loan. So she lied to the banks.
So she lied again. And here you can see they both have their signatures on it. And can we scroll back up really quick where it says Robert James and Letitia James, his wife. If you see, my finger's getting cut off, but all the way up there, his wife. When in actuality, she is his daughter. Now his wife's name is Nellie.
Right. That's a straight up lie. They're trying to say, well, Trump's lying by saying this was too much. This was worth more than it was. But that's an appreciation value. That's subjective for one.
Right.
And it's debatable.
This is a clear
This is just
lie.
A straight up lie.
This is a black and white lie.
I know people might be like, no, it says this on the deed. The deed's one thing, but the loan the paperwork she filled out to get the loan on her house, that's not.
The deed was after that was already said and done.
And she's a lawyer too. So it's not like she's going to miss that glaring detail that it straight up says right there, his wife.
Yeah, no. And they didn't go back and correct it. This happened in the 80s. They've had enough time now to go back and correct it, and they didn't.
They just don't think we're going to do anything about it because they know the news.
They didn't think they were going to get caught.
Right. The news has never been against or going after the corrupt people because obviously they're in on it.
And I'm sure the thought like, oh, this happened so long ago, no one's ever going to find it.
They didn't expect that we would become the news and internet sleuths would start getting busy on the details of whatever we can. And then people like us and you are going to share it everywhere because that is what the news is nowadays.
So we'll see what comes of this story, but I have a feeling she's about to faffo real hard on this one.
Yeah, faffing out. It's about faffo o'clock.
Yeah, so, the left aren't the only ones who faffo, because we're about to call out some MAGA folk right now, or supposed MAGA folk. We, just want to bring you the truth, and so we're not going to just pretend that MAGA is completely innocent on everything.
Well, hold on here. Let me cut you off there. There is a difference here. There is a difference. And because I know I have a lot of people have been like, oh, you MAGA people and Fox News and like, hold on. Let's just be straight here. Fox News is not MAGA.
Right. A supposed MAGA.
These people are not MAGA either. Now, I'll tell you why. They are just riding the MAGA wave. There's a big difference. There's the people that are going to come up and be buddy. Oh, hey, I'm your best friend. They're not really your friend. They're going to come and ride your success and your coattails, and they're going to be there to benefit from you. But when the going gets tough or there's an opportune moment for them to stab you in the back, that is what they're going to do. That is not a friend.
Right.
And that is not someone who's truly a part of the movement.
Or if it's even just something that's going to benefit them, not necessarily stabbing you in the back, but something that isn't in a line with the core beliefs, but they're going to benefit from it. They're going to go ahead and do the thing that benefits them and not the movement as a whole.
Right. So, let's be clear here. People who are putting out pro MAGA stuff aren't necessarily MAGA. So we got to call that out big time.
Yeah, because we don't want our movement to get infiltrated and ruined and hijacked either.
And diluted and watered down. And here's the thing. As we've been showing how the left is going down from like that first clip right there, I'm making a prediction right now. The Democratic Party is done. They're going to be done. A lot of people are saying that too. So it's pretty safe, pretty safe bet. Let's take some bets here. They're going down, and to the point where we're basically going to have one party. And that could be kind of scary. Obviously you don't want a uniparty, but it's one party in the sense that we're all united upon a foundation of ideals that we're roughly all, okay with. And then it'll be a difference of ideas, of whose ideas are we going to do, all under the foundation of the same principles. So this is why we got to start really deciding where people are going to be in the future. Because, you could have all the same principles, but then still, like, let's say, cater to big companies like this to enable dangerous products in our food, in our schools, and in our children. Like, they are not going to. How can you say you're about pro-America if you're not about the safety, health, and well-being of our children, of our people?
Totally.
You're not about America. The attack on America began in our kitchens a long time ago.
Right.
So if you're not standing true on those ideals, well, then you're really not MAGA.
Right. So let's get into this, something that we're calling Sodagate.
Sodagate.
So there's been a series of influencers who are supposedly MAGA, who all happen to come out with the same type of posts, very close to each other, in regards to SNAP, and being able to purchase things like junk food and sodas and stuff like that, because Maha, RFK, and all of that are saying that we shouldn't be able to purchase those things because they're not nutritional for people.
Yeah. So for you guys, those of you who know the SNAP program, hopefully you've never had to know what that is.
Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
That's right. SNAP, SNAP. So it right there in the name, supplemental nutritional. So how is it that things like soda, chips, snacks, junk food, candy, how is that on the nutritional supplemental
things with food dyes
list? Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see if something had nutrition but food dyes in it, of course, but food dyes kind of negate that.
That's like,
but definitely things that have no nutritional value,
like soda.
Junk food.
There's no nutritional value in soda.
You don't need 54 grams of sugar.
Not to mention, it's not even sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup.
Right.
And then all the other junk that they put in there.
So it has no nutrition to it. So how is that on there? So I think this has been a big wake-up moment for a lot of people who started doing what the left has done, right? They take their marching orders, they take the money from some bigger entity that is basically working against the country, but is buying off influencers by, saying, hey, we'll give you some money here to post things against Trump.
Well, like
we have
against Maha in this case,
against America.
They're trying to say people. Like, oh, freedom of choice on what people can buy. But it's like, this is money that's coming from the federal government. It's not just people's personal money, and like people can go buy whatever they want with their own hard-earned money, whatever they want to buy. Sure. But when you're getting money from the government for nutrition, for food that's going to nourish your body because you don't have money to buy food like that, then in my opinion, it should be used on actual nutritious food, whole foods, stuff like that, things that are actually going to be good for you, especially when this food is going to children.
Right. I don't think that we should ban these things and make them illegal per se. I mean, sure, there's a freedom to that. But however...
Well, that's when it's your own money. But when it's money that's given to you, right, then whoever's giving you the money does get a say in what that money is spent
100%. I mean, yeah, like I think you talked about like giving money to people on the street. Is there any good in giving people money on the street if you knew that person was just going to go buy alcohol, right, cigarettes, drugs?
Personally, I don't do that. No, I only give people on the street food, water, things like that, right, because I don't want my money going towards drugs. Pack some
snacks, have a bag of snacks and, stuff like that, protein bars in your car if you want to help the homeless on the side of the road. And they're saying, I'm hungry. Well, here's some food.
Right. So if our taxpayer dollars are going towards people that need food because they're hungry, then as a taxpayer, I want it going towards nutritional food.
Make a map of different churches in the area and hand them that map. Maybe you could give them a ride. I don't recommend that, but whatever. Show them, hey, and there is a church probably less than a mile away from where they're at, because there's a church everywhere. And basically, most churches feed the homeless. Yeah. I'm not going to say all of them do, but
a lot of them do.
Most are going to be able to feed the homeless, and they'll provide something.
Yeah, but if people want to go to the store and they want to take government assistance to do that, then they have to deal with the parameters that they're allowed to spend the money. It can't just be like
100%
a free-for-all. Like
yeah. And, just a small note to encourage people, too. You guys don't have to be part of a church to feed the homeless, too. Just a reminder that, that is going to be all of our jobs to do. Right, guys? We got to all still help those who are in the lowest places. And
true.
Something we got to do.
So let's get back to the story. So how we know that these were paid posts is because one of the influencers actually got called out. So if we can bring that up, and he admitted to it. So that was the proof right there. All we needed to know that these people did get paid. So right here, Eric Daughtry is called out for being paid by big soda companies to post propaganda against Maha. He then admitted to it and said it won't happen again. I'm happy he admitted to it. It should be a stark reminder that you can't always trust what you see, every post that is. So then this is his response. He said, yeah, that was dumb of me. Massive egg on my face. In all seriousness, it won't happen again. So he admitted to it. That did happen. He was paid to do that.
Let's see what they sent them. So stupid.
Yeah. So this was
here,
the
guys,
instructions basically on what they.
That's why you see
soda bans and government overregulation.
Trump with the Diet Coke image.
Key resources. Stupid. Yeah. So they all posted about how Trump had Diet Coke and all of that. Whatever. Trump's not on government assistance. So and if he is, that needs to stop. So basically these are just all the things that they told him that should be in the post, and that for making a post with all these things, they got paid to do that. Influencers got called out and one admitted to it being true. So there's another FAFO moment for you in the MAGA world.
Can we go back to that list of who that was, or the not the list, the post,
Oh yeah, so if you follow these people,
let's put these people on blast.
You should probably stop.
Clown World, these people are fake. Not Jerome Powell, Ian Miles Chung, whatever his name is,
And Eric Dowd.
Clown World.
Yeah.
And there's more. So if you've seen anyone, post, send us if you saw any other examples of other people doing that. We want to put them on blast. And I would say, of course, make
call
up your
them
own
out.
mind. But to me, I'm not following any of them. But if I was, I would unfollow them right now.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, I think that's about all that we have for you for today. If you guys like today's episode, make sure you hit like, subscribe, share, comment, all the things.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys supporting us, guys.
Yes, we do.
We need all the help and support we can get to keep putting this out for you guys. So
Absolutely.
hopefully it's coming to you in good.
And remember that we are all here for a reason, and it's up to us to create a better, more truthful world together. So always seek the truth and always speak the truth, even if your voice shakes.
That's right. And stay powered up in the armor of God, you guys. It's only through him that we can do all things.
Amen. All right. God bless. Have a good week.
In Jesus' name, have a good one.